Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we wanted to do a video on using social media to build self-esteem. Took us a while to think of that.
Yeah. So we just had a thought basically that, you know, like when you're flicking through your feed and you look at things and there's this, you know, few accounts that always make you feel less confident,
But
or
you
like,
can't help but follow them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or they make you feel, you know, just a little bit down, or feel like you're not living your life to the full like this person is. So we thought, how about if you swapped them out for someone who makes you feel good? So,
yeah.
For example, someone who like is very like real and natural and sort of, you know, shows you the highs and lows.
I tell you what, come to think of it, I was following, I can't remember who it was, but this like, a like perfect girl, and she was like away traveling on beaches and stuff, and she looked amazing, and I was just looking and I was like, I'm not really getting anything out of it. Like aesthetically it looks lovely, but I'm not really, like, I don't know, I'm just feeling a bit bad. So I unfollowed her and I found this other girl. I think she was on Made in Chelsea. She's got blonde hair, I'll have to think of her name, we'll put it down below. And I don't know how I think she was on one of my friend's shops, and she was tagged. So I just clicked on her because I recognised her. And all her pictures are unairbrushed. Like you can see every single bit of cellulite, or you can see every single, which is normal. You can see a normal body. And I felt so much better. Like not knowing that someone else has cellulite, but knowing that that's real and I was looking at something false. Because I do think there is two ways you can look at things. Like my fiance, he sees a picture of someone like built up. This is what he says anyway. He sees a picture of someone that's maybe like really built up and, you know, like got a really good body and is doing cool things. And he sees it as motivation. He's like, no, I see it as, okay, that motivates me to get there. So I do think there are two different ways you can look at it. But it just depends which way you look at it. Because I think as much as we want to control and think, yes, that's what I want to do, we still can't control our kind of deep inside thoughts, if that makes sense. Like, it's easy to say, you know, look at that as motivation, but it's also difficult to do that, isn't it? Sometimes.
Basically what we're trying to say is, if you're looking at an account and every time something comes up, it makes you feel a bit low, just unfollow them and find someone who inspires you, or follow an account that doesn't even have to be a person. It could be like a brand you like or something that when you see a post come up, it's happy. So just do like a bit of a swap out, and I think you'll be surprised that you won't miss following the account. You'll forget that it was that you were even following it. So yeah, we think that's a good idea. So the other thing we were kind of talking about together was the type, so it's not social media, but it's the type of TV programs that you watch as well. And I think they can make such a difference, because I remember, I know it wasn't a reality program, but I was watching Gossip Girl at one point. Oh my God. So they're all like, they look like they're like 20, but they're supposed to be, I think, like 15, 16, and they're going to school in limos, and they're like wearing crazy earrings and bags and living in mansions and like living in hotels. And I remember being like, what? Why didn't I go to school in America? But like, obviously that's not really what happens. That's like the minority. And as soon as I started watching other programs that were a bit more like real life, like even watching like Dinner Date and stuff, you know, they're like real life, and you can relate to the people and stuff. And I think it's quite important to do be like aware of what you're actually watching and how it makes you feel.
Yeah, because I guess we know it's a program. So
I got sucked into it though.
Yeah, but you do. I think you look at it and you're like, no, it's a program. Like it's completely acted. It's completely like put on. But you do subconsciously think like,
you're still like, okay, there are people that live like that.
Yes.
Like, why aren't I one?
So I think it's like taking it with a pinch of salt and not having it as your every program sort of thing. Yeah. Like having it as maybe like a, you know, like putting it on, but not getting sucked into it. Because I get sucked into things and I'm like, Oh my god. So I was watching The Punisher on Netflix, which is actually really good. And it's not really about like riches and things like that. It's about a man getting revenge and like killing people. But I was getting so sucked into it. Like I honestly was finding myself like having to look them up as actors to tell myself that they're actors, because I was honestly getting so wrapped up in it. I was like obsessed with it.
I think that's Netflix,
I think that's just my nature.
I think that's Netflix.
Yeah. Other things I watched to kind of take me back to the real world are, sounds a bit boring, but they're so good. Like lots of nature programs. Like other things I watched that I find kind of bring me back down to earth are lots of David Attenborough. It sounds really boring, but he does so many fascinating nature programs, and you're like learning about the real world, and you're learning all these facts. And there's another one called Ben Fogle, and he does like people that want to get out of the society and go live in like random places.
You like that guy who does those documentaries too?
Louis Theroux.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fascinating. Like, but just look him up if you haven't heard of him. You probably have, but just real life documentaries or real life kind of programs, nature programs that take you back to just the real world and keep you learning about nature and keep you learning about the planet and things like that. So yeah, just try and maybe like, I don't know, it's up to you obviously, but I found it helped me kind of bring me back and not get lost in the digital fake world kind of thing.
So basically, we're just saying be aware of what you're looking at, what you're watching, and if it makes you feel negative in any way, maybe just like reevaluate it and watch something that is maybe a bit more interesting and a bit more real life.
I mean, if you love Gossip Girl and you don't feel like it's doing, or programs like that, you don't feel like it's doing any harm,
like everyone
go for it.
Everyone who I've spoken to about it though said the same thing.
No.
Well, literally, it is like OTT, but it's really good though. But
do you know what? Just quickly, I was watching this thing, and I think people are curious, like about other people's lives and how the other half live. So I do think we're just curious people and we just want to know, and we're nosy. But I think it's just getting a balance, maybe. Yeah. But I don't know, if that helps you guys, then we found it helped us anyway. So
I think the social media one's important though.
Oh yeah, I think that was good.
Different.
Yeah, because you're looking at pictures, they come up on your homepage like every day, don't they?
But anyway, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.
We hope it does something. And
let us know. We would be interested because we don't know really. I mean, it helped us, but we'd love to know if it helped anyone else out there. So,
bye.